Liverpool take on Marseille in the Champions League tonight and head into the match unbeaten in 11 games. Mohamed Salah is back, but will he go straight back into the starting 11?
Salah! Still Salah. He is really in the mood. This extraordinary Egyptian has found another goal.
So he's back, Leanne. What do you think? Straight back in the starting 11?
I think so. I mean, that timing of the African Cup of Nations was perfect for Mo Salah, I think, because obviously there was all that explosive noise about the interview that he did after the game and I think it divided people's opinions. Did he have to do that? Not particularly, but I think the Liverpool fans love him so much that you could see the reception he got after that when he came into the game. I think when you look at this Liverpool side, I know the games recently haven't really been putting the ball in the back of the net. The one that springs to mind for me is the Arsenal game at the Emirates.
Yeah.
I was at that game and they had Wirtz in the number 9. They never had anyone. I know Ekitike's back now and I like him a lot. We often talk about signings that haven't been good. I really like Ekitike. I liked him from the first moment I saw him for Liverpool. Dynamic, can put the ball in the back of the net. Obviously they've been without Isak as well. So I think Mo Salah, I think that break, not that he's had a break, he's gone to the Afcon, he's been scoring goals there. That was the kind of came in a perfect time between Arne Slot and him as well, because maybe at one time it looked like it was kind of done, wasn't it? It looked like Mo Salah's Liverpool career was done. There was no coming back from that. But realistically, I love Mo Salah. I know I'm a Man United fan and I probably shouldn't love him as much as I do. But I love footballers, Tom. And he's a proper footballer. Yeah, this season, not been performing to his levels, but this is a guy that every single season since he's been in the Prem has done double digits most years. And that is not an easy thing to do. PFA Player of the Year last year. And he's a top player. So I think this break has come at the perfect time. And it will almost be like a new signing for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Because he's had that break, he's come back, and I think he's a top player.
He got 4 in 6 at Afcon as well. Right, we're joined by Liverpool fan Jamie Storey now. Let's find out what he thinks. Although this 12-match run hasn't been exactly thrilling, all right, there has been some poor results in there, but still it is 12 matches unbeaten, 7 of which have been since Salah's absence. Would you put him straight back in?
I think he'll definitely get his opportunities. I don't know if I would put him straight back in. I think Ekitike, Wirtz, they're 2 players that have probably been our best players since he's been taken out of the team. The structure in the team is a lot better now. Yes, the performances maybe haven't been unbelievable, but we stopped conceding goals, which is the big issue. I think it'll be interesting. I think he definitely does have a place in this team going forward. I think Cody Gakpo is someone that I think would be maybe the one that would be sacrificed to come out of the team, and maybe play Ekitike and Salah up top together, because I think that's something that would work, and we have seen Salah play that role before. So I think he might not come straight back into the team, but I think with the quality that he has, he will get his chances, and if he's playing up front, he probably will start to take those chances.
Do you mean Salah and Ekitike as a 2 up front, or are you moving Wirtz or someone else left rather than Gakpo and putting Salah back to the right?
No, I think Salah on the right in this team now doesn't work. I think even with the way we've set up, when he was getting those opportunities in comparison to last year, he was getting them a lot further out wide, so he wasn't able to impact the game in the way that he wanted to. So I wouldn't mind seeing Salah and Ekitike up front. I think the one thing with Ekitike is that he likes to drop in a lot. He likes to get involved in the game, whereas sometimes we need maybe a forward that will maybe stay up there, stay in the box, and when the opportunity comes, that he'll be able to take it. So I think that would be something that maybe Slot might look to experiment with, similar to the Isak and Ekitike solution that he was looking at before he got injured.
Jamie, if he doesn't start right in this game tonight, we know what Mo Salah's like. He reminds me of Cristiano Ronaldo, who I absolutely love as well. When it's not going their way, they often speak out, right? And I feel like if he doesn't start in this game, it'll be interesting to see if there's a narrative that starts to be created, because we know he doesn't like being on the bench. I mean, I didn't like being on the bench either. No player does.
No, definitely not. I think, it's something that you have to obviously work with as a manager and manage those egos. He's a player he won player of the season last year. He had an unbelievable year, probably his best season of his career. And it is a thing that you have to manage the egos of those players. The one thing I would say is that Salah has always been in the team because he delivered. So far this season, he hasn't delivered. He has 5 goals. And from his point of view, he'll want to obviously get the opportunities. When those opportunities come, he'll want to take it and say, I shouldn't be replaced in this team. I still have something to offer. I think for a player as good as him, I think that's what he'll be looking at now, to prove a point to the manager and to anyone else that has dealt with him that he's back and he will be able to contribute to his team going forward.
The fact that he's just he has been scoring at Afcon. Some people were saying his performances weren't that good, but he has been scoring, whereas he hasn't been scoring as many for Liverpool. So actually, do you expect him to bring that form back to Liverpool in terms of getting more goals for you?
Yeah, potentially. I think obviously the Premier League is the most difficult league in the world, and I think with Afcon, maybe with Egypt, everything would have maybe went through him, and that's why he was obviously getting the goals. I think with this new Liverpool team, not everything is going through him. That's why maybe he suffered a little bit this season. But I think over the next 6 or 7 games, we have some tough opponents, and I think you need maybe a player of his caliber to break the deadlock in those games. So I think hopefully he'll bring back some of that form from Egypt. And yeah, he'll obviously be able to contribute to hopefully more wins.
I honestly think that Trent is a massive loss to Mo Salah as well. I don't think that gets spoken about anywhere near enough. And I think I look at this Liverpool side, and I know you're saying it's a Liverpool side, it's different to last year. But for me, like a player like Mo Salah, he has to come back into the team. I understand what you're saying about the 5 goals, but when you look at this Liverpool team this year, Jamie, not many of the players are performing at all. McAllister's not been at it. You know, Gravenberch has not been at it. So you could go through a lot of their players that have not been anywhere near the levels of last season. And I think Mo Salah's one of those players that people just always seem to talk about.
Yeah, well, he's the biggest player. He's the man that's expected to deliver. The one thing I would say is that other than maybe Konate and Van Dijk, a lot of Liverpool players have been taken out of the team to try and fix the issues that we have had, other than Salah up until he got dropped. So it hasn't been a thing that like no one else has been a void of blame or like some of the structural issues that we have had. I just think Salah, when he's a player that has been known to get so many goals and so many assists and constantly involved, if he's not doing that, if he's not delivering, sometimes he can be a little bit absent in the game. That's just the way maybe sometimes he operates, and that's okay. But when the goals or when the opportunities arise, he needs to take those opportunities, because that's what we expect from Salah, and that's why he gets all the praise when he does score and all the criticism when he doesn't.
Yep, let's see whether he is starting tonight. Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Jamie.
Guys.
We're going to run you through some of this morning's headlines now away from last night's Champions League games. Aston Villa are stepping up their efforts to sign striker Tammy Abraham, but are also interested in Crystal Palace's Jean-Philippe Mateta. Palace are not actively trying to sell Mateta, and it would take a significant offer to tempt them. Preston manager Paul Heckingbottom said that Milutin Osmajic has let the team down after he got a straight red card for headbutting John Lundstrom in their 3-0 defeat to Hull. A late win for Coventry keeps them on course for promotion. A 2-1 victory over Millwall means it's back-to-back wins in the league for Frank Lampard. For the first time since November, it stretches the gap to second place Ipswich to 8 points. Emma Raducanu is out of the Australian Open in the second round after losing to Austria's Anastasia Potapova. The Brit, who was seeded 28th, lost 7-6, 6-2. And Luke Littler celebrates his 19th birthday today. Happy birthday, after being crowned the inaugural Saudi Arabia Darts Masters champion last night after a 8-5 win over Michael van Gerwen. Coming next, we'll be putting your voice notes and questions to Leanne Sanderson. A last chance to send some in this very quick ad break.